2007. Let's try this. Because I would have been
yeah, not
9.
2008. Yeah, right. You would have been 8.
Yeah. It's like, what's
Okay.
happening here?
Yeah, so that was interesting.
Yeah.
How, like, on your birthday, the Venus was exact.
Yeah. And what's funny is like it's the day after. So this is like right on my birthday. It would have hit probably like the day right after. It would
Yeah.
have been a lunar return, and it would have been not a lunar return, a solar return.
Yeah, solar return.
And then it was it would have probably gone conjunct the next day. I don't think it says what day of the week that was, unfortunately. But we did have a pretty significant birthday party. I'm not super proud of, but like also you only know what you know. But when this one hit, when this Venus conjunction happened, is when I learned the concept of money.
Which
Because
Venus has to do with value.
So do you want to talk a little bit more about what Venus represents?
Well, it represents the feminine energy, beauty and aesthetics, as well as your value and money and resources, essentially. That's basically it. A lot of feminine energy, a lot of things related to around that as well, and all of the things to do with beauty. So anything to do with hair and makeup and all that type of stuff, but as well as love. It's the love language that you speak and what you need to feel loved. So it has a lot to do with, like, I guess your feminine relationships too, right? And yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell. I could get into a little bit more, but
I think that suffices.
That kind of suffices, does it? I don't know if you probably don't see anything on my screen, right?
No.
That's, yeah. Which is kind of a good thing. Don't really want that. Don't need to see everything that's come up for sure, but it always has to do with what your relationships are involved in, and then as well as self-love and what you're attracted to and how you attain pleasure as well. And connection to what you have in common with someone as well, and like all those things that you really enjoy with leisure, and as well as what you love, your self-worth, and what you like to spend money on, and what you find attractive and beautiful, and how you essentially like to love and get affection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we could do a whole other transit of how Venus in Gemini shows up for me.
Yeah, we can talk about that another time.
Yeah. Yeah. So this hit 2007 on my birthday. On my birthday. Man, this is hard. Okay. Yeah, I guess, should I just go right into it then?
I mean, you just tell the little story of how your friend's mom came to.
Yeah, so I had a little birthday party, turned 8, and I would have been turning 8 on that one. And I can't remember what happened, but we had a sleepover with a couple extra friends, and they didn't have a present ready for the day before. So when she came to pick up my friend, the mom brought the present as well. And sometimes things just come out of my mouth. I'm much better about it now. But I'm 8 years old. I've never bought anything. I've like had a piggy bank, but I was one of those kids that like had the piggy bank, but then just kept like putting coins in, but never really used it too much. Like I don't remember maybe really being allowed to go to the juice bar at school and get like all the kind of the, I don't know, the words that's coming up is like the naughty snacks, like, all the junk food. Naughty is like a very Kiwi word. Every time I hear naughty, I think of my gran. Get all the things. Like I would collect the coins and they would go in the piggy bank and I would see them again at that point. And at that age, I was starting to help out a lot more, I think, around the house. I think there were also some things going on at the house and maybe some people coming into the household right around that time, or you had actually just gotten into a relationship.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm looking
Anyways,
at
we
like
got to stay on the story though.
I know. But I was looking at Uranus and Pisces on this fourth house here, which I thought was interesting.
Mhm.
But anyway, so yeah, yeah, I had gotten an iTunes card from yourself like a little while before. And it had a different number on it and a little bit of a higher number, but we never used it. We hadn't used it yet because we didn't know how to purchase things on iTunes back in 2007 yet.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I remember that was a thing because then after all of this, we went and took the iPod to cousins that knew how to get music and buy music and download music onto a device. But yeah, so anyway, so friend's mom comes, brings a gift. It's the morning of, I'm probably a little tired. And I open it up and I go, oh, an iTunes card. And I go, oh, it's only $20. Just like right out of my mouth. Oh, it's only $20. And I think I kind of meant it at like, oh, okay, it's only this. Like, cool, that's awesome, sounds good. But the part where I go, it's only this much.
I think your tone in your voice was a little different too.
I was tired. 8. I don't know. I don't remember.
Anyway, the point of the matter is I was like
Mortified.
Yeah, because instead of saying thank you, oh, it's only $20. So yeah, that was it was just interesting though, because that was something connected to value and worth, and a lesson around that too, which that was a kind of a, I guess you're looking at this Uranus Mars, like a little bit of a shocking kind of a thing that happened in an outward energy that could be, and as well as like Chiron in transit here, right?
Yeah.
Just that wounding. That's what is that? What degree is that one?
Chiron was at 15 degrees, which my Uranus was at 16.
And then Jupiter sitting right on the
and my south node is also 17 degrees.
Right.
Whoops.
Yeah. So that was just a little bit of a lesson around value, around, expressing something in regards to what you find valuable. So we had to have a little life lesson. You also have, I think, Saturn sitting on your north node there too.
Oh, where are you? Yeah. That looks about right. Yeah, 18 degrees Leo.
So that's a lesson. That's a life lesson. And if you go down a little bit again, so you can see Saturn, it's at whatever 17, 18 degrees, and then it's in sextile to that Venus. So that, but also in I think almost square to your Sun Mercury.
Yeah. Let's see, Sun, Mercury. Oh yeah, I see what you mean now. Wouldn't that be a trine?
Oh no, it's trining it. Yeah, it's trining it. Sorry.
Fire to fire. Yeah. So that was that one. That was learning what that meant. And afterwards, like I said, I had no idea. I just knew that one number was bigger than the other number. And afterwards they proceeded to tell me like, oh no, you can get like, this many songs with this gift card. And I was like, well, I wish I knew that before I talked.
But that's okay. That's just something you learned around value in that moment of that Venus return. And there was also lots of stuff going on around friends and that kind of thing. But I think it got even more significant in the next one. So if you want to now jump on to the next one, show.
Yeah. So that would have been when I was 15, or
16.
16?
So, yeah.
16.
15.
So it was 2015.
You need to put your transit in there.
Yes, ma'am.
With that, and then
here we go.
We'll see again on your birthday. That's so wild that Venus conjunct Venus.
Right on my birthday.
Right on your birthday again. Yeah. Very, very interesting.
It's funny, like I don't know what time Astro puts the start of the day on, because it doesn't really let me choose that. But I was born really late at night, and it's still like not quite a solar return for whatever time that it's choosing.
Oh yeah, no, lots of times that's just the way things work out. Like my solar return often ends up on the 17th and my birthday is on the 18th.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah. But it's that Venus return is definitely a time when, you would want to have a look at initiation of, romance and things you value, and getting an understanding around that, or art and music, or, doing those kinds of
Yeah.
things to decorate your home.
Yeah.
Looking at, just any kind of upgrades in your hair or makeup or
Yeah.
art, anything you're doing around art, artistic expression. And
Yeah. Well, so like, do you want me to start telling some stories?
so now you can get into now this one that happened around 16. Then how did that show up for you?
Yeah. Yeah. So a few months after that, like we were talking earlier, and this one felt it was kind of like an initiation into being more like a woman, because you don't feel like that when you're 13 years old or and you're a teenager officially. But yeah, a few months after that, like I remember one of my older cousins actually took me shopping. We went and did a big shop because I had been doing online schooling the year before and was going back to public school and was going to be in classes and all that. So I had been working and we saved up, or I had saved up, I should say, and was ready to go and, get some clothes. And I remember, she took me to, I think, Walmart and picked out all of the makeup that she uses and found the shades for me because we have a little bit different skin tones. And we came back, and within a couple of days after that, she taught me how to use all of the makeup. So that was, that happened a few months afterwards, but I think it was still that kind of energy still sort of present.
Mhm.
And maybe was starting to be initiated at that time because I had no idea how to do anything. Like I watched you, and I remember when I was 12, we could start to wear makeup. So I started doing eyeshadow, and then the next year I went to the high school and didn't wear anything ever. But yeah, that was really interesting. And we were talking as well on my birthday cake. That spring, the Cinderella remake movie had come out, and I had gone to see it with a friend in the movie theater, and I really loved the dress. So guess who had a giant live action Cinderella dress screen printed on her ice cream cake?
Yeah, well, you kept bringing it to my attention how this was going to be your
just
your your grad dress or your wedding dress or your something dress.
Yeah.
So it obviously it was so prominent at that time
Yeah.
that I had to go digging through photos and find a photo of it and print an image of it. And I had that image printed for your cake because it was just so dominant. You were just so captivated by this
Yeah.
beautiful dress.
Yeah. Oh man, we should find a picture of that cake. That would be fun.
Oh yeah, I have. I probably
Do you have it pulled up?
probably still have the screenshot of the picture I took to the DQ to get your
Oh man.
ice cream cake.
Yeah.
So anyway, there you go. There's some kind of significant cycles. So you got another one coming up, and we'll
Yeah.
see what sort of gets initiated around this time. And
I'm a little nervous for it. I don't know. It'll be good, but
yeah, well, we'll have to come back and have a update. Maybe in later May.
yeah.
June.
Let's dig into that a little bit more when we do a Venus follow-up of why this is such a prominent time. But yeah, let's wrap it up. Where can people find you? How can they get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me at dianacanbefreed@gmail.com. It'll be in the description below. And if anybody wants to have a chit chat about their transits, I love talking to the Gen Zs, just because sometimes it can offer a lot of clarity when you're feeling really confused. We can really dig into certain areas of the chart, and just to sort of allow yourself to express the way you are, and you and I can talk about our differences and how it's been very, very helpful for us with how different that they are. So
Definitely.
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 So yeah, I'd be happy to help anybody that's out there looking to have a chat about what's going on in their chart, whether they want to talk a little bit more about this particular transit that's happening right now, or their basic sun, moon, rising, or even career houses and that kind of thing. So
yeah,
thank you very much for coming on here.
yeah.
I really do appreciate that.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. We will see you all again soon, and have a great day, everyone.
Awesome. See you later, everyone.
Bye.